Hey guys, welcome back to Puff Louda, and welcome back to Café, Enchanté. I don't know why I sang that, but we're here in Mazier's route. We met this random demon man with a bunch of slimes, and he is just in shock after seeing Courtenay. I don't know why he's in shock seeing her and not Mazier, but we're gonna find out. Let's get right into it. Oh right, and he's like choking. Unable to endure the silence, I ask him this, and the man's body stiffens instantly. After seemingly forced coughs to try and hide his discomposure. Why is he like this? He saw Mazier! Oh shit! Quite literally in a single stroke, Mazier snaps his fingers, and right then... Mazier! The man is blown away with an intense force, right into the wormhole behind him. It engulfs the man's body, and he is sucked in with impressive speed.
よーし、まずは1本目のホールインワン。お次はそこのスライムたちだ。
問答無用とかなんたる鬼畜の所業。スライムちょっと恐怖で青ざめてきた。潔く飛ばされるのが吉。田舎のばあちゃん、スライム立派に戦った。
Oh. Rip. The slimes form impressive parabolas as they soar through the air. I feel sorry, but it was kind of beautiful. With all the demons blown safely back through the wormhole, the warehouse has regained its peace, but...
なんというか、侵略とか選挙とか、そんな言葉が全然似合わない出来事だ。
Look at how disgusted Mazier's face is. Oh my god. Hey, Mazier. They were your subordinates, right? You blew them away pretty violently.
いいのいいの。魔族だけあって体は頑丈。あの程度じゃかすり傷も負わないよ。
But see what I mean? This makes me so suspicious because it's like, why would he literally interrupt him before he could say anything and then shove him into the hole and then shove everybody who could possibly say anything into the hole and just close the hole up? Like, why not have him introduce himself and like talk it out? Like, because they've talked out things before with other like non-humans, and clearly that man was not a threat like at all. So I don't know, I'm so suspicious right now. Okay, if you say so. I'm so suspicious. What in the world? Afterwards, with the uproar resolved, we head back home. According to Rindo's contract and protocol, the warehouse wormhole will be monitored by GPM until it closes. Oh, it's not even closed. He just blew them into the wormhole and they just didn't come out. Then, after arriving home, we talk about what happened today to everyone gathered at the shop for dinner.
つまり、ミシェルの許可なしで部下が勝手に人間界侵略を進めてたっつうことか。
See, I don't even know if it's Mazier's lackey though. I feel like it's like that. Like, what if... This is such a stupid idea, but what if that was the actual Demon King and Mazier is just some dude and he's like, nope, get back in the hole. Like, I don't know.
聞いた限り、随分と個性的かつ御しにくい部下のようだ。日頃気軽に振る舞ってはいるが、中入れは上に立つ者として苦労が多いようだな。
Because the slimes didn't recognize him either. See, I don't know. I feel like, what if he's not the Demon King? I'm gonna be so stupid if, like, he actually is the Demon King and I just, like, came up with this crazy conspiracy theory, but that's what I'm going with right now. I'm going with my gut.
ミシェル、よければこちらのアイスをどうぞ。私からのねぎらいのプレゼントです。あははは、みんなの目が同情で生温かい。特にイルが気遣ってくれるとか。
Having received the plate of ice cream, Mazier mutters this with mixed feelings.
しかしミシェルの部下か。思えば今までその類の話は聞いたことがなかったな。
Yeah, honestly, I thought that Asmodia was just like an empty place. Wait, really?
部下といってもかなりの人数がいるからね。けどそうだな、簡潔に言うなら
You can say it simply?
みんな揃ってめっちゃフリーダム。以上。
簡潔すぎるっつうの、この適当なオメン。
とはいえ危険な世界の住人にしては随分愉快な者たちのようですね。
Right? Dangerous. Now that you mention it, during the party we had during the reopening, we touched on the demon world, didn't we? God, that was a while ago. Observed Otherworld XXXX, Demon World Asmodia. Losing its sun, the world is pitch black and its land is illuminated by a dark moon. Its atmosphere filled with miasma, with swamps of terrible poisons welling about. The non-humans that live there are called demons, who are creatures of impulse and fight in endless bloody wars. Wars. That was the story.
要するによくある剣と魔法のファンタジーに物騒成分が増した世界ってことだろ。
確か前に聞いた話だと勇者なる者がいるとか。
そうそう、魔界の一部には人間が住んでてね、そこで生まれた勇者が時々俺を倒そうと城に乗り込んでくるんだ。そうだね、先々代の勇者なんてだいぶ強かったよ。心臓を聖剣でぶっ刺された時はさすがに死ぬかと思ったし。
Your heart? I'm struck speechless by the words that suddenly rushed from his mouth. A sword through your heart? Mazier, are you okay?
大丈夫大丈夫、それだいぶ前の話だし、とっくに治ってるから心配しないで。
He says that so nonchalantly, but if it was just a little bit worse, Mazier would have died back then? After the conversation and finishing cleaning up after dinner, while everyone has returned to their rooms or worlds, I...
それじゃあまた明日ね。今日も美味しいコーヒーごちそうさまでした。
Yeah. To see Mazier off as he returns to the demon world, I stand in front of the room at the gate. Returns to the demon world. Huh.
お、ことね、どうかした？なんだか元気がないみたいだけど。
It seems my inner thoughts appeared on my face. Mazier stops his feet as he enters the room and peers into my face.
もしかして昼の魔族のことを気にしてる？あいつらなら全然平気だと思う。
It's not that. If there was anything I was worried about, it's more like a someone. It's you, Mazier.
俺？
Yeah, Mazier, you always return to the demon world every day, right?
うん。まあいろいろと仕事があるからね。
About that, Mazier, you know how Eel lives in the human world? Would you not be able to live here?
え？
Mazier suddenly freezes in place.
なんで急に？
Still puzzled, he answers my question with a question. You know, earlier, I couldn't stop thinking about the story about how the hero almost killed you. If you go back to the demon world, doesn't that mean that heroes and other people there try to target your very life?
まあそうだけど、でもほら、君も知っての通り、俺ってばチートが売りの魔王だし、そうそう簡単に負けたりは。
But the chance of losing someday, it isn't zero, is it? Your heart was stabbed with a sword. You just told me that story earlier.
それは。
We're talking like it was just normal, but in 5 years or 10 years or after that, who knows if someday a hero will appear whose power exceeds Mazier's. If that happens, one day, suddenly, Something could happen to you in a place and I wouldn't even know it. One day you might stop coming to the shop forever. I just thought that I wouldn't like that. It's only a possibility, but just imagining it, my chest hurts a lot. It's agonizing. So I was just wondering, I know you have work to do in the demon world, but you could borrow a room here and maybe start having your living quarters just be here. If he does that, the danger he's in would lighten a little. At my suggestion filled with my hope.
ごめん。それはできない。
Oh, rejected. Mazier quietly declines. His feeling of regret was clear upon his face. It was then that I realized I had made a very one-sided suggestion. I'm sorry, I was pushing this all on my own. Of course, in your position, you wouldn't be able to just make a decision like...
違うんだ。そうじゃない。そういう話じゃない。
Huh? There was an expression I'd never seen before on Mazier's face. As though he was suffocating, he grasps at his chest with his hand.
君の心配は嬉しい。それができたらどんなにいいことかって思う。でも俺は君に嘘をついてるから。
I knew he was lying about something. Spill it, Mazier. Lying? Seeming to actually hear the word I said, Mazier raises his head.
ごめん。そろそろ俺は戻るよ。昼に会った倉庫の魔族たちにも
Oh,
説教しなきゃならないし。
hell no! You are explaining yourself! Mazier? My words don't reach him. Mazier walks into the room with the gate inside. Then, while hearing the sound of the doorbell to another world ringing, I repeat the words Mazier said inside my head. What could he have meant by lying? As he said it with such tangible agony. And he said it. Whoops. I knew he was lying about something. I wish that he would just tell us. God. Oh, shit. With each brisk step, there's a rough feeling under my feet, as though fleeing from her words. Without looking back at the gate, I simply keep walking. What Kotone said was the sweetest temptation. Waking up in the morning with her there, like it's natural. We'd have silly chats all night. I'd be able to wish her good night before bed. I could go and talk to her whenever I wanted to see her face. Things like that. It would be such a dream. I forget my position as Demon King, and I almost start nodding without thinking. As if to admonish my foolish thoughts, a strong wind slaps my face. Yeah, I know. I know it very well myself. Even if I didn't come back here tomorrow and started living at Enchanté, my chest begins to hurt when I recall the face Kotone made when I refused. If I could only tell her the reason why I can't, but I can't even do that. But it's been fine, everything so far. To her, I visit the shop each and every day, and I take my time to enjoy a cup of coffee. I go home at night, just as an eccentric regular of hers. That's all. If I wished for more than that, I would certainly be punished for it. As long as I can watch her live a happy life at Enchanté, that's all I should ever need. Oh, Mazier. I'm so confused. I want to know what he's lying about. Ugh. Ugh. I want to know. The footfalls on the staircase resound and vanish with each step through the room. The hand of the clock is already past 1, but sleep has yet to find me today. Getting into bed and closing my eyes, or even putting on sleepwear, is too much. I set my feet into the shop, thinking I might be able to sleep after having a warm drink. I brew some decaffeinated coffee, and after wrapping my hands around the warm and steaming cup... I like how they have to explain what decaffeinated coffee is. I sit down in Mazier's usual chair. Maybe I unconsciously picked that one because I've been thinking about him a lot. Phew. That was way too much too fast. Want to live here? Ugh, test that. While reflecting on my verbal gaffe, I stare at the surface tension in my cup. Eel doesn't want to go to the heavenly world and just lives here completely. But Canis and Ignis often stay the night if it gets too late. That's why I might have been misunderstanding things a little. This was a place for them to be, but another place was where they were needed most. Mazier and everyone, they're all just customers after all. Everyone has their own world to return to. They have lives that I don't know about. Thinking about it again, it's a little sad. As I worry about such things, the bottom of my cup becomes visible. Maybe I'll be able to sleep now. I return behind the counter to clean up after myself. A rather worn, old coffee cup at the edge of the shelf catches my eye. This is Mazier's. He said it was really important.
"いわゆるマイカップってやつ?ほら、バーのマイボトルとか、ボーリングのマイボールみたいな。コーヒーマニアを自称する身としては、やっぱりカップにもこだわりたくてね。
It looks just like an ordinary mug to me, but is it actually really expensive?
もしそれが割れちゃったら、魔王様の怒りで世界が滅ぶ。
What?
なんてことはないけどさ。でもそれでも俺にとっては大切なものなんだ。
I forgot that this was a flashback, so I started voicing it as like an actual thing. Oh. Seeing how he entrusted such a cherished item to me, that should say how much Mazier trusts me at least, but... Do we have to flash back to him rejecting us?
それができたらどんなにいいことかって思う。
Oh my god.
でも俺は君に嘘をついてるから。
What could he mean by lying? Why did Mazier make such an agonized face at the time? Such a face was a first for the Demon King, who always wore a smirk. I wonder if the time he'll feel like talking about this will ever come. As I think of this, I extend my hand to the cup and touch it. Then... the sound of something cracking. At first, I thought I had cracked the coffee cup, but I was wrong. Oh, shit. It wasn't the cup, but its surroundings. Like before at Amazaki Island. And the other day in front of this shop. The same sudden occurrence. A crack in space. I couldn't understand what happened. My body's stuck. I have nowhere to run. Before I knew it, the fissure was in front of my eyes, opening 10 centimeters in width. Strong wind blows from it, brushing against my cheeks. What? Inside the crack, I could faintly see land stretching endlessly. I thought it was a desert for a moment, but what's piled up isn't sand. It's ash. At the very least, there's nothing in the area I can see, just dry wind blowing against the land. In the middle of this sad world, I spot a figure. Due to the blowing ash, I can't quite make out the form, but it seems the figure has spotted my existence. Much like a child who has just learned how to walk, the figure, the young man, staggers his way over and approaches. Who is it? God, I'm freaked out. Ugh! Who are you? The answer to my question sounded like a groan or a cry. Is he unable to speak? The young man still vibrates his throat, looking at me through the fissure. A high bridge of the nose and beautiful eyes. Hair with some peculiarity. That form. Reminds me of someone I know well. So without thinking, Mazier? When I call this out, tears flow down the young man's cheeks. Then, as though tearing at the fissure in space, he suddenly extends an arm. What? Reflexively, I take a step back, and the arm doesn't reach me, but... Oh. Who is this? He extends his hand towards me again, but he's blocked by the closing fissure. Only his voice slips into the shop, and the unknown man vanishes along with the fissure like mist. Ew. I don't like that at all, dude. That's disgusting. No offense to that guy, but I don't like that. Like, don't be opening cracks up in the shop and then just being like, I finally found you, bitch. Like, that's creepy. Don't be grabbing people. There's no way. That cannot be Mazier, right? Unless Mazier, like, split into two, or like Mazier has a twin. What was that just now? No. Who was he? He also seemed extremely upset when she said Mazier's name, so... Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. I hate this. I'm so scared.
はいはい、ドローミ印のお届け物っす。人間一丁お待ち。
Ew.
おお、ドローミくんじゃないか。
Ugh, I could have lived without seeing Drami.
またホールからベスティアに迷い込んだ人間を見つけたのかい？いつも悪いね。後で救護班に連絡して身元紹介の方に回しておくよ。
お気遣いは不要っすよ。放っておいて死なれても寝覚めが悪いっす。
そっか。いやー、君にベスティア調査の協力者になってもらって以来、こういうトラブルへの対処がスムーズになって助かるよ。ねえ、クーちゃん。
お役に立ててるなら何よりっす。でも最近マジでこっちへの迷子多くないっすか？俺が知るだけでも今月入ってもう3人目とか。うちの世界観光向けじゃないと思うんすけどね。
ああ、それなのだけど、実はベスティアでも人間界でもホールの発生頻度が微妙に増えていてね。観測され次第職員を派遣してるけど、追い切れてないのが実情だね。
あ？ホールねえ。ベスティアじゃホールなんざ日常茶飯事っすけど、でもなんで他の世界からは落ちてこないのに人間ばっかりが。
そうなのかい？
うっす。俺の知る限りじゃ魔族も妖精も天使もこっちの世界に来てないっすよ。
それは初耳だな。念のために上層部にも報告しておこうかな。
It's so weird to see Drami being helpful.
情報感謝するよ、ドローミくん。じゃ、僕は仕事があるから行くね。
もしかして今発生してるうちのホールって全部この人間界に？だとしたらうまく利用できそうっすけど。
Oh, god, drama, you're still a piece of shit.
同時になんか嫌な予感もするような。
Oh shit.
ニーヤよ、今何と言った？
世界樹の一部が枯れました。
What?
先日突如小規模なホールが発生したらしき場所、東の外れにて。
バカな、何かの間違いではないか。世界樹に何か異変があれば、わしの実や他の妖精たちが。
残念。いいえ、実に喜ばしいことに事実です。僕も実際に赴いて確認してきましたが、確実に枯れていました。厳密には枯れたというよりも消滅したという方が正しいです。
Wait, that's what the demons were saying too. There was like 10 towns that like got like completely eradicated.
消滅した。
ええ、世界樹の一部がえぐれるように消えていました。
Huh.
ホールの発生を直接目撃した妖精はいないので詳細は分かりませんが。
この世界樹が暴れることもなく枯れたというのなら、今のところ問題はないが、そんな幸運が突如舞い降りてくるとも思えぬ。そのホールとやら、なんとも不気味な気配がするの。
確かに被害はこのまま忌まわしい世界樹だけにとどめてほしいものですね。
神よ、ご報告いたします。
Oh my god.
先刻発生したホールにより第12区画の神殿が消滅、神殿に控えていた3体の天使が消失、回収は不可能かと予測されます。
こちらでも生体反応の完全消失を確認した。該当のホールは現在展開を脅かす例のホールと同一であることは間違いないだろう。
では
皇帝、現時点をもってそのホールへの対処を最優先、救済計画の一時中断を決定する。同時に今後の状況によってはリスクを承知であの個体を強制的に回収することも検討する。
Oh god.
救済計画のためではなく、ホールの先にある脅威へと備えるために。
御心のままに、我が神よ。
Well, so everybody's worlds is going to shit. Oh god. Oh, and we're entering chapter 2, Mazier and his beautiful face. I don't understand what's happening. There's so much lore. And we're going straight to Kotone's perspective. And we're gonna stop here. I debated for a second if I should continue, but we're kind of at the time, so I don't want to get into a whole nother lore session. I'm so curious as to what the fuck's going on, because it sounds like everybody's struggling, and the wormhole, we saw some dude there who reminds Kotone of Mazier, but I don't really see a similarity other than the eyes were the same color. They were both green, and they both had this weird like neck thing going on. These like weird, I don't know if it's like a tattoo or something, but I don't know. I'm curious, but I'm also really creeped out at that guy, since all he does is like groan, scream, and then say creepy stuff. So I don't like him. I feel like he's the one who's been trying to grab her and pull her into everything, you know? So next episode, hopefully Mazier will come back and Kotone will tell him, hey, this dude showed up and he reminded me of you and I was very freaked out, and maybe he'll fix it.